Well, hello, everyone. It is Prince Michael, author of the new book, No Time Like the Present. Ow! So I actually left my tripod at the house, so I actually don't have it with me today. So I'm gonna have to go back to doing it the way that I used to, which is I have to hold the camera for today. So my arm is actually already hurting doing this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. Y'all see the title, y'all. I got evicted. Yeah, so I just wanted to tell y'all about me getting evicted, okay? And how y'all can actually apply this to y'all life to make sure that once you get evicted, you know what to do, okay? All right. So I'm pretty sure that most of y'all clicked on here because y'all probably think that I just got evicted from something. Actually, this is something that happened back in 2011, okay? So just to clarify that, so a lot of y'all clicked on here just to see that, so probably y'all get ready to click back off. But anyway, so back in 2011, I actually got evicted, right? So hi everybody, I see y'all coming on. So at the end of the video, just make sure you tell me exactly what you like best about the video, okay? So anyway, so back in 2011, I was still in college at the time, so I had moved off campus back in 2009. When I was on campus, everything was paid for, and I was living my best life, right? I didn't know what bills were. I didn't know about any of that, right? Fast forward, I decided that I wanted to move off campus, and it taught me a very valuable lesson, right? So once I went ahead, I found these Mid-America apartments. Now, back then, the apartment was only $545, right? And I was just like, oh, that's not a lot of money. That's not bad. You know, one bedroom, one bath. Now, you probably couldn't find nothing like that. But anyway, so I found the apartment, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing, right? So fast forward, I sat there and I got my first eviction notice. When was it? It was like on December, I want to say probably like December 10th or something like that. And I was just like, hold on. I tell you, I walked down to the leasing office and I was just like, first of all, y'all trying to say that y'all trying to kick me out of this place? And yeah, no, there's no way possible that y'all can kick me out. I just moved into this place on the 10th. So that means that I should have until the 10th to pay y'all. And they were just like, did you read your lease? I'm like, no. And they said, well, you don't have until the 10th. You haven't technically until the 5th. We give you until the 5th as a grace period, but your rent is due on the 1st, but we give you until the 5th. I'm like, okay, well, why nobody didn't tell me that? They said, well, sir, it's in your lease. And I'm like, oh, hey, Kari, I see you. So anyway, so I kept going. So I was working at this place called CVS Pharmacy. Now, I had no idea that the CVS was actually in trouble. I'll put it that way. The place actually had a lot of people that would come in. It was prone to a lot of theft that was happening in the area. A lot of people would just walk in. They would just take whatever the heck they wanted, and then they'd walk out. And it's just like, okay. I didn't realize that because of the issues that they had going on at that CVS, that it was actually making it more to the point where they weren't really making a profit because people were coming in and they were stealing so much stuff to the point where the CVS actually was not able to make a profit on the store, but on the pharmacy is what actually kept us open, which is where I was. But anyway, so fast forward, my hours got cut. I was spending every dime I had, and I was just like, child, please, whatever. I'm still good. I know I'm going to be all right. And then all of a sudden, my hours got cut to 8 hours a week. Not 8 hours a day, 8 hours a week. And I was just like, okay, hold on, man. Like, some got to give because I have bills to pay. They didn't care about that. They had bills too. But because I was not full time, they did not have to guarantee me any kind of hours. So I was just like, okay, so fast forward. I got another eviction notice, and I was just like, okay, now what do I do? Hey, Jate. So I'm like, what do I do now? Like, because I'm about to get kicked out. So what do I do? So I couldn't call nobody because I don't know. I know a lot of y'all come from these very well-off families and stuff like that. But I don't come from one of those families. So my family, they are very hardworking people. They all have jobs. They all have families. They all have things that they are responsible for. So nobody would be able to help me to come up with the money that I needed. Now, mind you, at this time, the 545, it wasn't due yet. Now, it came time for the money to be due. And I was just like, okay, now how am I supposed to pay these people? You know what? Maybe if I avoid them, I'll be okay. I tried to avoid them. It didn't work. They left notice after notice after notice. And then what I didn't know is that if you didn't pay the folk, what ends up happening is now the amount actually goes up. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, what kind of sense does this make? If I can't pay you $545, what in the world make you think I'm gonna be able to pay over $800? Like, that just doesn't make sense. I don't even make that in, like, come on now. So I sat there and I was just like, okay, so something's not right. So fast forward, I end up getting another eviction notice. Now, fast forward, they end up giving me 24 hours to I'm thinking I'm on a plane, y'all. They gave me 24 hours to go ahead and say, hey, you have to vacate the premises. Otherwise, everything that's in here is actually going to be seized. It's actually going to be ours. So I went ahead, I got out of the place, and I was just like, wow. So they kicked me out. They evicted me, and I was just like, man, and I was good to them. I used to cook. I used to do all of this stuff. But anyway, I told y'all that story to tell you, to ask you this. How many of y'all have people in your life right now that you know you need to serve an eviction notice to? Woo! Come on now. Some of y'all have people that are around y'all that you have to be able to serve eviction notices to. Some of y'all have limiting beliefs that you have to serve eviction notices to. Some of y'all have thoughts that are going through your mind that you have to serve eviction notices to. See, when you get served an eviction, let me tell you something what happens. When you get served an eviction says, hey, you need to get up out of here at this time. You are no longer permitted to stay here. And when you have limiting beliefs, you have to serve that limiting belief, that eviction notice. If you have people that are around you that are not constantly pouring into you, you need to serve them an eviction notice because, see, let me tell you something. You can't stay nowhere for free. Period. There ain't no such thing as free when it comes to staying somewhere. So when you have people that are around you that are no longer serving you, when you have people that are around you that are no longer pouring into you, what do you think that you need to do? You need to serve them an eviction notice because you have to let them know, hey, we've had all the good times that we are going to have, but unfortunately right now, it is time for you to vacate. It is time for you to go ahead and leave the premises. It is time for you to go ahead and get away from me. And right now, a lot of y'all have people that are around you that you need to say, you know what? I'm serving you an eviction notice. So I know that just like I told you, a lot of y'all probably clicked on here because y'all thought like, oh, well, he just got evicted. Nah, baby, I'm good in that area now. But you have people, you have thoughts, you have things that you have to serve an eviction notice to, because if you do not serve an eviction notice to it, let me tell you something. I'm gonna stop for a second. Have you ever heard that sometimes you have to move other things out of the way to welcome other things in? Imagine having your plate full, right? Now, when I was younger, my grandma cooked all the time, right? And when my grandma cooked, everybody wanted a plate, okay? Now, one of my uncles is very greedy, okay? I'm not gonna put his name out there, but he knows exactly who he is. And for my family members that are watching, they know exactly who he is, okay? But one of my uncles is very greedy. I mean, he's one of the people, he comes, he eats first, he fills up a plate to take with him, and then as soon as he finishes eating, he goes, all right, well, sorry to eat and run, but I gotta go. And it's like, but you just got here, so you only came to eat. But anyway, but what he does is he goes into the kitchen, he fills his plate up with all of this stuff, right? He gets the biggest glass that he can find and he pours his juice or whatever it is in it, right? And he sits down and he eats it. Now, guess what? If he tries to put anything else on his plate, what do you think is going to happen? It's not going to be able to fit because he's already put too much on his plate. Y'all gonna catch this in a second now. Y'all gonna see where I'm going. Woo! I'm getting hot in here. Anyway, so he can't put anything else on his plate. Right now, you have dreams, ideas, goals, ambitions. You have relationships that you are supposed to have. But guess what? You are not able to get to that point because you have too much stuff on your plate right now. You have too many people that are around you that don't need to be there. You have too many limiting beliefs that you have that don't need to be there. You have too many things that are going on in your life that don't need to be there. So what do you think you have to do? You have to serve it an eviction notice to say, hey, you can no longer live in this point anymore. I have allowed you to take up refuge here. I have allowed you to go ahead and stay here long enough. But unfortunately, right now, you are not going to be able to stay here anymore because at this point in my life, I am moving forward. I recently just had to do that same thing. I had to serve eviction notices because I said, you know what? This is no longer serving me anymore. And the moment something does not serve you anymore, it is time to go ahead and cut it loose. I read in a book a while ago, it said that it says ships are supposed to take you places. And if a ship does not take you somewhere, it is time to abandon that ship. You are in whatever relationship that you are in, whatever ship that you are on, it is designed to take you places. If it does not take you somewhere, you need to abandon ship. You need to cut it. You need to let it go. And right now, this is the perfect time to say, hey, here is your eviction notice. And the moment that you give an eviction notice, unless you are able to go ahead and pay the money, guess what? You're not going to be able to stay there anymore. So if a person is no longer serving you in any capacity, then you know what you do? You have to say, unless you can pour into me, unless you can go ahead and help to elevate me to the next level, then it's time for you to go ahead and get away from me. That's all I got for y'all today, child. I done got hot in here. Oh, Lord. I'm in Chicago. I'm going to Cancun tomorrow to celebrate my birthday, y'all. Anyway, I'm turning 22 again. I know, how awesome is that? Anyway, so I will talk to you all later. If you haven't gotten my book, make sure that you go to Amazon.com. Oh, wait. I got something for y'all. So during this quarantine, I realized that there were a lot of people that did not have jobs. I realized that there were a lot of people that needed money. So I came up with an idea. And it was so funny because my little big sister Brandy actually reached out to me yesterday, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was thinking. So a lot of people were looking and saying that they needed money. So here's what I'm going to do to you. Anybody that is interested, you let me know, right? This is my idea. So what I want to do is I'm getting ready to order more copies of my book. Of course, I'm going to have to autograph them and stuff like that. But I'm ordering more copies of my book. If you want, I am going to allow you to be able to send people to me, or for you to go ahead and sell the book, and I'll give you 50% of what you sell. Okay, so that's what I got. So you'll be able to take home whatever it is. It's 50%. Of course, if it's shipping and stuff like that, then that will be added into the cost. But it's 50% of whatever it is that you sell. If you're interested in doing that, let me know. I got the idea from when I was watching Self-Made, the story with Madam CJ Walker. So I got the idea from that. So just let me know if whether or not you guys are interested in doing that. And yeah, I'll tell you all more about that. When is it? Tomorrow, once I get to Cancun, so when y'all see the water and stuff. Anyway, so I'll talk to you all later. I love you guys, and yeah, that's all I got for you. Stacy, thank you so much. My mom did it for me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.